Good morning, this is Faerber from Art to Ride. Thanks for joining us again. I wanted to take a moment this morning to tell you about a book that I discovered a little while ago that I think should be in every equestrian's library. It's called Dressage Formula by Erich Herbermann. Take a look at that. And Erich Herbermann was a longtime student of the great classical German rider Egon von Neindorf, and grew up riding with him for many, many years, and has basically put his method down into a book. If those of you who don't know who Egon von Neindorf was, he was the top German rider for many, many, many years. He's sort of the German equivalent of Nuno Oliveira, so to speak. And people ask me all the time, they think, when we go into talking about these stretches and things, I just try to tell people that this is not anything that I invented. You can go to books and find out about this if you go to the right books. The problem today, however, is that many of the books that are out there in the stores for you to buy have actually been written by people who've never trained any horses. Here, for instance, a perfect example of him talking about the stretch in the horse. You can see that right there. So this is nothing new, and that's what I want to emphasize. This comes from the French classical school. The biggest difference that the French started stretching their horses before the Germans did right away is because they rode a lighter type of thoroughbred horse that needed back development, whereas the Germans were mostly riding heavy carriage type horses that they bred down to become riding horses. It was a little bit of the schism between the two schools. Nowadays, however, I think all good riders and educated riders have pretty much come to the same place, and they use these same techniques on all types of horses, and it works very well. So once again, this is a book I highly recommend. It's the 4th edition of Dressage Formula by Erich Herbermann. So please, when you're looking for something to read, this is one that should be on your bookshelf. I'll be bringing up some others as time goes on, but this is, right now, I think the #1 book that I've found on the market about this particular style of riding. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time at Art to Ride.